Today we're in Charlotte and we are visiting the NASCAR Hall of Fame. We've never really watched any NASCAR, but we figured this is a big part of the culture here in the South, so we wanted to come and learn about it and see what it's all about. So,
and I, for some weird reason, am super excited. Like, I was like, couldn't sleep last night. So weird. I've never watched a race in my life, but I'm actually excited to do the simulators where you get to pretend you're on a race car.
Right.
I think I'm gonna smoke Justin because I know I'm a better driver than you.
Well, we'll see about that.
I know I am. The only thing you can do better than me is park double.
You mean parallel park? This is the NASCAR Hall of Fame welcoming me. There's my picture up there on that big screen. Welcoming me to the NASCAR Hall of Fame. It says my favorite driver is Jeff Gordon, but that's only because he's, I think, the only driver I've ever heard of. Actually, I'd heard of a couple of other ones, but I don't know. I just picked Jeff Gordon. So this museum was started in 2010, I'm learning. Everything that I'm saying today, I'm learning today. But I'm reading here that this museum started in 2010, and they have, if you could look at these things in the back, you have class of 2010, 11, 12, 13, and it goes all the way around to, I think it may stop at 2019. But each of the people that are in these different classes, they donated a vehicle. This one here is actually one of the founding members of, or he was the founding member of NASCAR. His name was William H.G. France, and this was his, well, you can see right there, this was his vehicle. And it was donated here. So this was actually driven by the founder of NASCAR, the first guy. And then you see in the background, and we'll take a walk up there here in a minute too, but all those other vehicles were all donated by the different drivers that are entered into the Hall of Fame. That one, for example, that 43 right there is Richard Petty's vehicle. Oh, look at this one over here. Number 3 right here. That's Dale Earnhardt's vehicle right there. This is the inside of that vehicle owned and operated by the founding member or the founder of NASCAR. Look at the inside of it. This was a race car. It's got a V8 in it. What is this thing here? This is a 1964 Ford Galaxy. That is awesome. I like these Ford Galaxies. I've always liked them. They're pretty cool cars. Charlotte, North Carolina. That's where we currently are. This Hall of Fame museum is in Charlotte and is the #1 tourist attraction in the city. Had to register these cards that we got. They call them a hard card. We'd register these things, and it asks you a bunch of questions about who's your favorite team, how big of a fan you are, who your favorite driver is.
I'm an avid fan. And Cotton Owens is
She says she's an avid fan, but she doesn't know anything about NASCAR.
I think it's cool.
It is cool. It's cool. That's why we're here.
So
we're here to learn about it.
Cotton Owens because that's a cool name.
She liked the name.
I'm going to change my name to Cotton Fuentes.
Cotton Fuentes. Well, this was Cotton Owens' car.
So here's my guy.
This is her guy right here.
I don't know what he
looks like. 1964 Dodge Polara. I've never heard of that before.
Oh, and isn't that the year you were born?
Nope. I was born much later than that. This is a cool car. A Dodge. Was it Polara? I've never heard of this before.
Isn't it crazy to think that these guys were riding it? Look at these tires have no treads. Oh, there's a picture of Cotton Owens.
Which one's Cotton Owens?
The middle one. That's my guy.
That's your guy right there, Cotton Owens.
Who's your guy?
I forgot. Oh, Jeff Gordon.
Why'd you pick him?
He's the only one I've heard of. Well, one of the only ones I've ever heard of.
I would have thought you would have picked Buck Baker. Name they call
Tim Flock.
Tim Flock. That's why the monkey was Jocko Flocko.
So this guy here, Tim Flock, was a two-time champion. And it says here that occasionally he raced with a rhesus monkey named Jocko Flocko in the passenger seat. So I guess I don't see a passenger seat in there, but apparently there was a monkey in this car during some of the races. Jocko Flocko. Stars on it that was falling down on those guys.
What?
He must have won in that car because it has all those
Wow.
confetti things stuck to it.
So that comes down like after you win? They throw all the stars down?
Yeah. This is Jeff Gordon's vehicle here.
You know, I always thought that these things were stickers, but they're actually painted on the car, right? I thought they were like stickers.
No, I think, I don't know.
They look like they're painted on.
I can't tell. I think they're decals. They have a movie theater in here. We're about to sit down and watch this movie that is 12 minutes long, according to the sign outside. We'll see what this movie's about. I would imagine it's probably going to be something about racing. This is the theater at the NASCAR Hall of Fame. I'm not going to film any of the movie because it's probably not cool for me to do that, but I did want to show you the theater itself. So we came out of the theater just a moment ago, a few minutes ago, and watched that movie. It's about 12 minutes long. Pretty interesting. Gives you a little bit of history on NASCAR. I kind of knew already that NASCAR was started from moonshiners that were bragging about how quick their cars were, and so they would race each other. That's basically the foundation of it, or how it began anyway. One thing I didn't know that I learned in that movie is, I guess I never really thought about it, but NASCAR is an acronym, and I didn't realize that. It stands for the National Association of Stock Car Automobile Racing. So, learn something new every day. Again, we're newbies at this. We are just kind of learning about it.
It's really exciting, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's really exciting.
I really think that I could get into this.
Yeah, there's a raceway out by where we live in Greenville Pickens Raceway. We're gonna get some tickets and we go check out some NASCAR races.
There's also the big races coming up in Charlotte in October.
There's big races here too. So we're gonna get some tickets and actually go see one of these NASCAR races. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be really cool.
Yeah, it's really like I think it's a lot more fun than like basketball.
Yeah, I think I'd get more excitement out of it than basketball.
Or baseball, I've been always so
Definitely
worried.
more. Well,
I can't go to
you're
baseball
gonna
games.
make baseball fans out there mad. Better
Yeah,
not.
but I don't should get worried about them hitting the baseball on your head. And use your stylus and go to any car that's on here, and then click on it, and it'll tell you like you can get inside. Let's see what this is.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
They all kind of look the same inside, though, don't they?
That's kind of neat.
And then you can, I like this, go like an autobiography. Notice how it says auto? Oh, look at here.
It gives you some information about the vehicle.
And then what's a memory book?
Let's see.
Well, it's going to be great to have the first championship car up there because it's the car that Talladega had given to me. And
oh, it looks like the 42 of Chastain maybe got into the tires, or I didn't see what. Oh, I see. He checked up because.
Here's a little guy from the Cars movie. That's kind of cool. Real life version of Lightning McQueen. This here is the Hall of Honor. In this section, they are honoring a lot of the racers. It looks like these are people that have been actually inducted into the Hall of Fame. So the induction process is the nomination, the voting, then the announcement, and finally the ceremony. And so in here, not only do we have some of the vehicles, some trophies there, but each one of these here is a thing honoring each one of these members that's made it into the Hall of Fame.
It's my honor to induct my father, Mr. the King Richard Petty. I spent my entire life in the greatest sport in the world.
Looks like this is a champion vehicle. Won the 2019 Daytona 500 in this vehicle. You can still see all the confetti stuck to the side of it. And then it looks like all the team members, crew members signed the vehicle as well.
Teamwork, the key to success.
This is driven by Denny Hamlin.
It's not about the trick parts and pieces. It's about the guys you have working there and how they work together.
I didn't realize that these guys, if they won these races like this, what is this, the 2000 championship? I didn't realize they made, this is the NASCAR Winston Cup 2000 champion. This is the vehicle here, and I did not realize that these guys got paid as much as they do. This is the winner here. Bobby Labonte won $3 million for winning that race.
JD, the co-founder of
cage inside of one of these things. It's pretty elaborate. I mean, considering when some of these things crash, how many times they flip over, I think the more roll cage, the better. Well, this tablet has, as you move it around this engine here, kind of shows you the inner workings of the motor. Oh, I guess you can't go to the side. You got to keep it towards the front. That's pretty cool. 358 cubic inches V8 engine. Okay, so we just did a qualifying round. We signed up to do the simulators as well. We did a qualifying round at a little booth thing over there, and now,
Did you tell them we qualified?
yes, we qualified, and now we're coming in and we are going to be doing a simulator race in one of these vehicles here. The simulator here. You can see it's an actual car. And I'm waiting for the session to start. I don't think I'm going to be able to do this for very long because I think I'm going to have to put this down.
And if you don't see your name on the screen, get out of your car and go to the other side.
My name is right there.
Drivers, start your engine! Wait for the pace car to leave. Stop. Wait for the pace car. All right, everybody, move on out. 11, you could wait for the pace car to pass you.
Next time by. Line up on the inside. Pit road's closed. Catch the 18 car. Getting ready. Going green. Pace car is in. Green flag, green flag. 10 laps to go, fella.
Oh man, I'm getting dusted over here.
Inside. Clear. Go high.
Go high. Alright, I'm setting this down.
Casey, congratulations. You won the race. Come on out, everybody, and get your results.
I don't know. Someone was riding the bottom the whole time. I was trying to get around every time.
I didn't know that.
What did you think about the simulator?
That was really fun.
It was really fun, right?
Yeah, but I hate Casey.
Who was Casey? I didn't know who Casey was.
Casey won.
Did you know which person it was?
No, it's not. I thought it would be that guy.
So Casey was the winner. I came in second place.
I came in third place.
Yeah, I lost by a half a lap. Otherwise, I would have been. I lost by a half
What
a
was your
lap.
active speed you were going?
You know what? I was so busy trying to drive, I didn't even look at the speed.
Well, nobody told me that to look behind you. So I wasn't looking for other cars. I want to know what happened to the person who smashed into me.
Alright, so this is a hauler. This is what they put the cars into, and you can see they lift them up. Oh, I'll go back here. And they can put them up on top inside of the trailer. And then down below is the rolling race shop.
Did your car smell like BO?
No.
Mine stunk really bad like BO. That's another reason I came in last.
Okay. Start that video again. We're about to walk into one of these vehicle haulers here. You can see they keep the vehicle up top, and then down below they call it a rolling race shop. 53-foot trailers. They can fit 2 complete race cars, backup engine, transmission, shock absorbers, everything. They got some springs here. Wow, this is cool. It looks like they have even a lounge for the people to go, the racers to go sit in. It is ready to go.
Okay. You're right here. Don't mind your work. Okay.
If I do the attack and the gas and then you do the tire?
No, you do this. Then you come over and do this.
Yeah.
Goes up. I'll be doing this while you're doing this.
Oh.
Are you guys ready?
We're ready.
Yeah.
Watch the screen, please. Go. Okay, put the fuel in. Go ahead. And drop.
I forgot how to drive.
Where's the left? Turn to the left. There you go. Are you happy with that?
30 seconds.
We did it. Yeah, we're good.
That was cool. I like that.
13 is the typical.
13? So we've kind of come to the end. This is the last little section that we're going to be in before we leave, and this is kind of cool. It's showing a Toyota Camry, like a real life version of a Toyota Camry, right? The seats and everything in there, and the wheels, and then on this side is the race car version. See the difference with the hood. The hood is quite a bit higher. It's like another, what, 3 or 4 inches right there in height on the street version of it. I think it's not necessarily the hood is higher, it's just that the vehicle, the stance on it is lower than it is on this one. Here's the difference between the seats. So this is the Camry seat and this is the racing seat. That's pretty cool to see that comparison like that. Here's another side-by-side comparison of what a race car versus a street car look like. So this is the race car side. Those tires on there, pretty heavy duty. They took out the headlight here. And then on this side is going to be your street car version of it, which still has that headlight, still got the side view mirror on it. Step inside this original ball-shaped fiberglass spotter platform that once stood high above Daytona International Speedway. Huh, that's there. This is the actual one. It is fiberglass. Section of the Hall of Fame talks about the moonshine origins of NASCAR racing.
North Carolina native and NASCAR legend Junior Johnson began hauling moonshine for his father at age 14.
My dad was a very good.
This is the type of vehicle that they were driving when they were running moonshine. Had to make these cars faster than the police cars could go. So all these guys were bragging about how fast they made their car, and just, I guess, for bragging rights, they would race each other. That is a very cool car. Silver Bullet. It's a statue of Bill France Jr. This is the guy who founded, he's the founder of NASCAR. Apparently when NASCAR first started, it was very unruly, and there wasn't a lot of organization to it. They were racing on dirt roads, and I guess they were kind of worried that it was just going to kind of fall to the wayside as some sort of a sideshow type deal. So what he did was he got together with a bunch of other racing people, and they actually started this NASCAR, this association for the stock car racing. Basically he organized it. He took these moonshine guys that were just all kind of racing each other at fairs and tracks and stuff like that, and he organized them so that at that point they started getting paved roads, and you know, there was officials, and there became rules, and so he's the one that started all that. So if it wasn't for Bill France, there would be no NASCAR today. All right, so we just left the NASCAR Hall of Fame, and I had a blast.
Yeah, I had so much fun.
It was a lot of fun, you know, and we were talking to one of the employees in there, and she said that, you know, it was set up for people who aren't necessarily fans, so that they can learn a lot about the history of it, how it got started, and that's exactly what we did. We learned a lot about how it got started and the different people involved, and, you know, we learned about the cars. And if you come, do you recommend the simulators?
Definitely.
Yeah.
But tell him the story about the still.
You tell him.
I don't know the guy's name.
Oh, I can't remember his name.
So one of the guys who originally started NASCAR.
I'll figure it out and put it at the bottom.
Okay. One of the guys who originally started NASCAR, it was done because they were bootleggers. And when they created this museum and this place, they were going to do it around the, what was it, the still?
Yeah. The
still. But after they got here and got the still out, they realized that none of them know how to put the still together. So they called the guy who lived like 2 hours away, and the original guy who started NASCAR drove down here.
No, it wasn't him. It was a different guy, but he was one of the people that actually he owned the still.
Yeah, so he actually came down here and put together the still with like one screwdriver.
Yeah, he was I think she said he owned the still, and he was an actual driver, one of the early drivers.
Yeah, so that was pretty neat. She said it's the same way of like Babe Ruth coming and building the bat, right?
Yeah, she said something to the effect of it was like Babe Ruth coming and helping to build the Baseball Hall of Fame.
Oh, no. That was close.
So as we were saying, you know, that you can buy the package that just gets you into the museum or into the Hall of Fame, and you can walk around and look in there. Or you can buy, there's different combo packs that you can buy. The one we bought was the first upgrade, which included all of the simulators, and the simulators were an absolute blast. It was so fun driving in those simulators. They had one where you would actually drive in a race. They had another one where you would be a pit crew. So you take off the tire with the air screwdriver thing, the air wrench, impact wrench. And then one person, well, you could do it by yourself, but she put in the gas and she jacked up the car. I changed the tire, and our time was terrible, but but it was a really good time. So definitely upgrade and get the simulator package.
But if you get a choice, if they're going to ask you, get the combo package that comes with the photo. Because
Yeah.
when you first come in, they take your picture, and if you get it included with the combo pack, it's cheaper than if you just buy the photo itself, which is what we ended up doing.
Yeah, we ended up paying. It wasn't much.
Oh, you
it
wanna
wasn't
show
much
the
cheaper. It was a little bit cheaper if you just bought the combo thing from the get-go, because we ended up paying more for the picture than we would have if we had just gone that second upgrade, which was combo package number 2. We got combo package number 1. But anyways, definitely the simulators.